All right, so we're going live now, and my dear Ugandan friend, why are you so sad?
Daddy, please look at my hair. Look at how bad it looks.
There's nothing wrong with your hair.
I haven't done it in 3 weeks. I can't even find any hairstylist.
I've got you sorted. Easy fix. Just download it on your iOS or Android phone, and you're good to go.
Wait, can I also get clients? Because I'm also a caterer, and I've failed to get clients.
Only you can't do hair. Only you work on the radio. Only you cater.
Is it my...
Don't worry. Easy Fix will still solve your problem, but this time it's Easy Fix Pro. Guys, there's a new work mobile app in Nigeria, and it's called Easy Fix Africa Pro. I think it's the best work app in Nigeria for now. The app enables business owners, taxi drivers, and skilled professionals receive job offers and also search for jobs around them. The app actually serves as your online business office and will enable you receive service requests from customers. Whether you have a physical business office or not, EasyFix Africa Pro will make you visible online and more flexible in business. Download the app for only 2,500 naira a year, no commission fees, and that means 2,500 naira now, and you don't pay again for 1 whole year. Download EasyFix Africa Pro for 2,500 naira only, and EasyFix Africa for free, and start enjoying the services.
Ooh. Thank you.
If I go and do it, it's 96.9 Cool FM. I can't believe I'm in the studio and Zika is arguing. I've never met anybody as lazy as Zika.
I'm not.
Zika reminds me of one of my English teachers when I was in secondary school.
Daddy, please, it's not
As
true.
in, my teacher would want to write on the board. Instead of her getting up from the chair and walking to the board, she would drag the chair to the board.
Daddy, please, it's not true.
I'm not going to mention her name. So, reminds me of Zika. Lazy as a fart.
It's not true, I'm not.
Hey.
Daddy, please, why now?
No worry, I'm not going to burn your cable. Somebody will still marry you last.
No.
At least before you're 42, 43. If you don't, they get small toasters.
God forbid.
I've been at Kenneth with the hairnet. Anyway, jokes apart. Yesterday we had a poll. You see, I'm sure some people will be somewhere now say, why do we go and look for this Daddy Freeze trouble? This Daddy Freeze is not well. As in, but also I wonder, you look from up to down, it's me that you see that you want to involve inside he said, she said. So we had a poll. We ran the poll to be so that they will not say it's Daddy Freeze fans. We ran the poll on Cool FM, and we ran the poll on my personal Twitter handle. And the poll was, let me read Cool FM's own for you. I have to scroll a bit down, please. You people should not be angry. Would you like to see Daddy Freeze interview Biodun Fatoyinbo to get his own perspective on the Busola Dakolo allegations? And we have 18 minutes left, so we might as well just call it a day. 80% voted yes, and 20% voted no. Sheon's with us, so Sheon can act as a neutral party. Can you just come and peep? I'm going to put this up on my YouTube channel so they can see. You can see the numbers?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to be checking this out. Okay, you retweeted this.
Yes.
So do you want to tell me they had only 371 votes? It's not possible, though. Or did you munch this?
No, I retweeted it.
Try to check, because on my page they had 2,370 votes. And on my page, it's about 87% saying yes and 20% saying no. So that number of participants coming out to vote. Naomi, are you listening?
Yes, I am.
Having 87 against 13 in one poll and 80 against 21 poll clearly shows something. That Daddy Freeze is not the one controlling the narrative. I don't know if you agree.
Yes.
So once again, I can scientifically prove to those people who sent me, by the way, their name is Y Niger. They sent me a letter saying Biodun is trying to control the narrative. How can a man who has not spoken control the narrative? Okay, so would you like to see Daddy Freeze interview Busola Dakolo? Let's be empirical at this.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll put out that poll, and then we'll let you know what it is like. Or maybe we'll just leave it because already we've proven scientifically with a proper voting system on a radio station's platform and on my personal platform that people actually want the interview. It's not Biodun trying to control any narrative. We kind of have an idea who's controlling the narrative now. We kind of have an idea. If there's only one narrative.
And also, I didn't know there was a narrative to be controlled again.
Yeah. It's kind of worrying.
To allow him get an interview, right?
Only fair. So if he's trying to get an interview with me, what's their pain? It's like CNN calling Al Jazeera and saying, why did you interview this person? Don't you know it's us that's supposed to? Come on, guys. Because I don't understand the motive behind this. So maybe we'll put this behind us today and talk about other things. Big shout out to Why Niger. I don't have anything against you guys, but please, I beg you, don't send me text messages with lines like control the narrative. Please. You're making me...
What is the narrative?
I don't understand. Like...
The
And yesterday we said we don't want to be bus conductors. So.
The way they are going, they don't want me to have work again. If me, I want to do interview now, it's controlling the narrative. Me and Amal have agreed yesterday that we're going to find a boss. She'll conduct our drive. Amal, don't you know how to do?
Naomi watch the bus.
No, Naomi sabi do mechanic work. And Zika, be like say, orange seller, they your destiny.
Oh my God.
Because you look like person where your hand goes sabi peel orange. Zika can peel 5 oranges in 2 minutes.
It's a lie.
Like
Lie.
orange peeling factory.
Lie.
No, you'll be there. But I will be selling bread and beans. If they don't want us to interview, what are we going to do? So, that said and done, we move on from that topic. We can prove empirically that the world wants to hear what Biodun Fatoyinbo has to say. The matter is not closed. The matter, yes, it's someone came out with their truth, and we appreciate that and we respect that. But we also want to hear Biodun's truth.
Yeah.
Okay, so when we have 2 truths, then we can now sit down and maybe get Madam Kemi Olun lawyer to sit down and start analyzing it back to back. Say, okay, in this date that they said this one, this date this person was not born here. I watched how she analyzed it. I don't want to go into it, but it was kind of worrying to hear that somebody went to babysit a baby that was born 2 years later. From Naomi, did you actually watch that thing? It was a bit worrying. I don't know people who can actually babysit babies that are not yet born, but that's Kemi Olunloyo's take.
Yeah,
that's Kemi Olunloyo. I'm not. I respect Auntie Kemi. It's just that Auntie Kemi sometimes there's something she did to me, and I'm very angry with her. She went to say I collected money from the Benaya. I don't know. Luckily for me, Free Nation does not even have account as of today. Let alone then. And I have Free Nation people here. The what we got from Benaya was 500,000 naira, and it went to one cancer patient we have in Abuja. And that cancer patient actually needed 1.5 million, 2 million, 2.2 million. But what happened was they promised 1 million, but then last they gave 500k, and then that 500k went to that person. 1 naira did not enter my hand. Sweet, chewing gum, tom, nothing entered my hand. So I felt very bad because I was like, Aunt Kemi, you have my phone number now. You can call me up and ask me if you feel that I was compromised in any way. At least me and you, they chat. You get me for WhatsApp. Hail me. You see, but I respect the journalism. I'm not saying that I agree with what she said. I have to be very politically careful now. I have to be very careful. So I'm not saying I agree, but from her narrative, it looked like someone was babysitting a baby that was not yet born. But you see, this is Nigeria. Tight walks, all sorts of things can just make things happen. When you're working with God, all sorts of things can happen. So I don't disbelieve it in Nigeria. When somebody drove his car without petrol after praying over the car. So you can also babysit a child that will be born 3 years from now. Is it not impossible?
Yeah, it's a miracle.
Miracles do happen. Birds turn to women.
Maybe they were practicing.
They were practicing.
It
happened in the spirit, and it now started to manifest in the flesh. So I cannot put it behind anybody.
No, when you're at the top.
But big shout out to all the parties, the aggrieved, the accused, the detectives, the social media people. As I'm talking to you now, you are in Odiaje in Ibadan. Some of you are in Meron. Some of you are in Oshogbo. Some of you are in Ikirun. Normally, you are not supposed to see civilization, but you have a phone. Then there's Instablog. Oh my God, you become a hero. So let's move on from that. I'm glad I could throw some light on that. Big shout out to all the rich people on earth. Yes. Do you know who the top 25 richest people are as of today? I'm just going to give you the top 5. And I'm going to start. Let me just give you the top 7. Ortega, the Spanish entrepreneur and founder of Zara, worth $64 billion. 6, Larry Ellison. This guy was the guy Iron Man was.
Robert Downey Jr.?
Yes, his character was made to look like this guy.
Oh, really?
Yes, 64.9 billion. Apparently, this guy doesn't own a house. He just lives in hotels and there's the 6th richest in the world.
He's going to have more things than houses.
Come on. He doesn't, Larry Ellison. 5 is Mark Zuckerberg. Apparently, Mark Zuckerberg jumped from 5 to 2. And on Mark Zuckerberg's page, just go open Zook. Unfortunately, I can't put this on my Instagram, so they don't, on my YouTube, so they don't sue. These days you have to be very careful. So there's a picture, guys. I can show you guys. You could go to his page. His Zook, Z-U-C-K, on Instagram. And you see me, I liked it. It says, celebrating 7 years of happy marriage at a temple for the goddess of wisdom.
My one should be happy.
2 days later, he became the 2nd richest man on earth, or the 3rd richest man on earth, after visiting a temple. His marriage is working. He's getting richer. Temples of goddesses work.
So guys, take care of your wives.
Right? Temples of goddesses work. More than tithing.
Yeah.
Hey.
There's no tither on the top 10. No
time.
tither. And there's a visitor of temples of goddesses on the top 3. So guys, let's just know what we. All right, big shout out to Warren Buffett coming in at 4. Warren Buffett did quite well. He's worth 84.4 billion, 84.8 billion. Big shout out to Buffett.
Just try.
3rd is Bernard Arnault. And he is in charge of LVMH, Louis Vuitton, Moet, Hennessy, biggest company on earth right now, if you allow me.
Yes.
They own Hublot, Tag Heuer, half the
Amal's uncle.
They own Dom Perignon.
Louis Vuitton.
They own Amal.
They own Amal.
They used to own Zika, but they threw her away.
Oh my God.
They like to keep investment assets, not liabilities. Coming in at number 2, we've got Bill Gates with 102.1 billion, and number 1 is the scariest man alive, bald-headed
Daddy.
Jeff Bezos.
Daddy.
He is worth 153 billion. Now here's the thing, 153 billion, and he's going to make a payout of 38 billion to his ex-wife. If you remove 38 billion from 153 billion, I'll need a calculator.
You're going to get one.
We need to do this with calculator. Why doesn't your phone have calculator? That's how you know load of people.
It's
115, I think.
Let's not be thinking when we're calculating.
But will he still be number 1?
Yes.
Let's calculate. Let's add the math. You have not even downloaded it.
I'm coming there.
If he's a mathematician, I
Can
don't
somebody
need a
please
calculator.
give me?
153 to what?
Minus 38.
Naomi, please give me your phone.
No, I want to look at the person. No, it's still going to be number 1.
He's still going to be number 1.
That's
Okay.
117.
So we have. Listen, guys. We have Jeff Bezos. Give me some music here. Jeff Bezos with 153.72 minus 38 billion. You'll be left with 115.72. So Bill Gates is worth 102.1. So let's subtract 102.1 from this. So there's 13 billion. Sorry, there's Dangote
Oh my God.
between Warren Buffett and Bill Gates. After Warren Buffett, makes his wife. No, so not Warren Buffett. Jeff Bezos makes his wife the richest woman on earth.
Wow.
So Jeff Bezos is going to
They
be
sleep at night.
With
is
AC.
still going to retain his spot as the richest man on earth
Yes.
after creating the richest woman on earth and using Dangote to senior Bill Gates. That's the narrative. All right. Moving on
But these are
to
I just want to see
material
number
things.
24.
Yeah, right?
These
They're
are
material
material
things.
things.
yeah, the
We
material
shall return
things.
to dust at the end
I
of
just
the day.
wish Warren Buffett would just be listening to my
6 feet
preaching
down.
and say, I like this Daddy Freeze. I will give him my tithe. Tithe becomes legal.
Wow.
From that moment. No, guys.
How
Tithe.
much that is?
Hey, Daddy
You know what?
Freeze.
You know what?
God is coming
If
for
he
you.
pays me the tithe of 115 billion, that's
That's 11.5.
11.5 billion.
Yeah, it's legal.
Now you are competing with Dangote.
Well,
I become the richest pastor alive.
Wow.
I just come to Nigeria, pay half of my
Is that
tithe.
your price, Daddy Freeze?
I just pay half of my
My
tithe
price
You
too.
like
to one camp, the other
Is that your
half
price?
to Otta. I'm good to go.
Wow.
All right, I'm joking. But I'm begging you, Jeff Bezos, don't consider, because if you consider, I'll backslide. All right, just going on in the world, court says Ubi and estranged wife
Oh, why
Can-
is that so hilarious?
divorce.
I don't know if that's a judge
They're
or
forcing
relationship
them back.
counselor.
Now,
They need to fix
I haven't
it.
talked to Ubi on this. Ubi is a very, very wonderful friend of mine. I'm going to reach out to him. So because it's his family stuff, I would not want to dig into it too deep. However, I would say something from one point of view. When judges make statements like these, I'm not saying the judge doesn't know their work before they come and carry Daddy Freeze and say I'm controlling another narrative. But you see, decisions like this make women afraid or men afraid to go and try to get a divorce, so they must make the other person a devil. Do you understand? They'll just wake up and stab themselves and say he stabbed me. Because when somebody stabs you, you can't but give them a divorce.
Yeah.
So if two people come to you, we're still friends, we're cool, he takes care of the kid, but we just don't want to be together anymore. Can we go our separate ways? I beg all judges, please let them go.
Granted.
Because the option that you have, hey, they will call police for them. They've done it to me before. I was sitting in my house one day, minding business. I saw police. I say, police, what
how
happened?
about if this
They say you
verdict-
beat somebody. I say, me? Bonaiwa is here now. He knows a lot of. I say, me beat anybody? How? When? When was I beating anybody? But you see, you know, and in hindsight, I don't blame the party, because when something tire you, you want to go, but you know that they're not going to let you go. So you dig up all sorts of stuff. So please, when a couple says they don't want to go, they don't want to continue, let them go through a bit of counseling. If it's not working, if they're adamant, please let them go. You will not go to the people that told you will go to hellfire. They are the ones in hellfire now.
But wait, what counseling? Haven't they been apart for like 2 years now?
That alone is a divorce.
Why are you tying? And you
Why?
said,
Yeah, that
and
alone
then
is a divorce.
They said it's due to childishness. Look,
Childishness. Like I said, I
2
don't want to be
years.
controlling any narrative. However, so that they will not come and fight me. I'm not saying it from a bad place. I am in this century. I see the way people want to leave. And when they want to leave and you don't give them that opportunity, and it's for me now, okay, it's like you want to be a billionaire. You go and meet your friend. I want to be a billionaire. Your friend will give you option. You help this uncle carry this white powder from here to London. They'll pay you $40,000. Do you want to do? You will think about,
No.
if they catch me, they'll cut my head. No. Okay, there are some people in Saudi. Do you like to eat poo-poo? Do you like to eat poo-poo? You cuckoo look like an actress. Do you understand? You can eat poo-poo. You don't think, poo-poo, it's smelly. Oh.
Let me manage.
let me
I can't
manage.
eat poo-poo. That's how they told.
But I
That's how
think-
they told one guy that
How?
I know. After they listed all the options, they finally said, "Can he sleep with mad woman?" The guy thought about it. He said, "Yes, why not?"
Mad
said,
woman?
He said, He said, "Yes, now." Say, listen, you are going now. Somebody standing on the back. Say, if you go out of that gate, I will jump down. Is that not a mad woman? I will kill myself today.
But how about if that verdict was what they needed to reconsider things?
No.
No, nobody should be.
But we've heard about stories like that when it seems
Listen,
like it's.
let me
it's-
tell
when
you
they
what I
When
believe.
it seems like it's done, But really, if they just give it another try,
that should be their choice.
Not
It shouldn't be
gesture.
imposed. Because what they're going to do now is they're going to go home and fight and then have a reason to. They're going, okay, look, they're not giving us this divorce. What do we do to get it?
yeah.
Okay, let's just fight in public. And the two of them agree. And then they just control the narrative. And then they go and tell them the new narrative. And it works.
But
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 what?
if you're not Jeff Bezos and his wife, how are you guys having a divorce and everything is just cool? How?
Listen, you see, this is. Can you see how America works? Do you know that Jeff Bezos' wife did not mess him up?
Exactly.
She
Yeah,
left
she
him
didn't.
controlling.
Those are the
Do you know
richest
she left
people
him
in
in
the
control
world.
of her own shares?
Yes.
Because she knew that, look, if I'm dragging matter with him, you know, some of us had exes that would just want to frustrate us. Sorry. Some other people say, I'm not talking about myself. You know, I'm a good guy. Yeah. You know, guys, don't just laugh at me all the time, you know. So, like I was saying, some people's exes say, no, I'm not going to sign off this thing for them. I will hold on to it. But you don't need it. He has given you money. No. Let him know that you don't break a woman's heart. Even if I cheated on him,
That cannot
must
be
he break?
applicable in Jeff Bezos and his wife's
Because
case,
the two of
there's
them-
enough money.
No,
for anybody to
don't
even
think like
want
that.
to be
If they brought this case in front of this same judge, saying they are not fighting,
Yes. You stay together, build
stay
up.
together. Jeff
Fix
Bezos,
it.
because you cheated.
Don't let
Is
the
that why
devil.
you are not mature?
Yeah, because
This
of
is that
Jade.
childish. Go and marry yourself back.
Don't let the
understand?
devil tear you apart.
Don't let the
Yeah.
devil. You see, please, you guys need to take that narrative out of. You see, even Christ said, except for adultery or except for pornea, you see, if you have pornea in the family, that okay, mama carry man or bros carry babe, you can divorce.
Yeah.
Fine, Christ says forgive, but they are giving you that option. If you don't want to forgive that, you can proceed with a divorce. And Christ was very clever. There are many things he put under adultery, like worshiping other gods like Mammon. That's adultery, very clearly so. So you can say, yeah, my husband loved money too much. He worships it like a god. So you understand. So sorry, we shouldn't go there. But here's the thing. If a couple wants a divorce,
Grant.
I think they should get it.
Yeah.
If one person in a couple wants a divorce, one of the couple wants a divorce, it's unfair living with someone who... All right, we're going to go on a break and come right back at you. The thought continues and the line to be open. Do you think they should be given a divorce, or do you think they should go home and reconsider? We'll be back in a moment. All right, it is 96.9 Cool FM, and this is as far as we can go. Big shout out to everyone who's listened and everyone who believes that we're not controlling the narrative. Yeah, big shout out to all y'all. We're talking about Ubi and Lilian, and they didn't get the divorce. Naomi said it's an opportunity for reconciliation, probably, but I don't like people being forced together. So my opinion is, if it's not working, let's not push it. But I must say, and I'm going to say this on the radio, I'm very proud of how Ubi handled this thing. Because for him to be paying all the bills, showing up in court, and the judge sees that they are friends, and they're not giving them the divorce, it shows that the two of them are extremely mature people. As a matter of fact, too mature. They mature to the point where it's now a disadvantage. You know, if they had gone, hey, it's beating me, he raped my nanny. And I said, nah, she slept with my landlord. Quickly, yeah, come and carry your
I
divorce.
think Lilian deserves the applaud as well. Because
Yes, big shout out to
Yes.
Lilian. Big
You have to have
shout out
kept it
to
that way.
Lilian. Big shout out to Lilian.
Because actually, it's been Ubi that we've been hearing stuff about, and nobody has really heard anything.
No.
about.
Hello. They are not together. They
So
are
he's
not
free to
together.
do what he wants to.
Yes.
He
that's
is free
the
to do what he wants to. She's also free to do
Really?
whatever she wants
But
to.
they're not there.
They're
they're
not.
separated.
Hello. They're
Anyway,
scripturally
they're
divorced,
cool, so
but
you
not
can't say
legally.
anything. They're
Once a
cool,
man
so-
and a woman are not one, the divorce has happened.
That's what the Bible says.
That's what the Bible says. Not what the law says.
Yeah,
That's
but
not what the law
really,
says.
how
many times
much?
do we do everything that's in the Bible?
Well, we also, the law can be twisted. Listen, all they need to do is beat themselves in public one day, and they go back to that court and collect the divorce. Beat themselves and come there to the court and curse themselves. And feeling plenty things, and they go home and smile and say, "Don't worry, we're still cool." Just you understand. So it also shows that the legal system needs an overhaul. Look at Jeff Bezos and his wife; they're cool.
Yeah, I feel like whatever the issue was, Lilian must have taken it to heart, and she probably would have forgiven him and let go of everything. That is why they are able to be cool.
Yes. Yeah. Maybe they don't see themselves maybe they see themselves as friends. It's like Amal and I, for instance. I don't have wet dreams at night seeing Amal's face, and it's not like Amal is not fine, but Amal is like a lobster. I see her as I see lobster.
Oh my God! You see how you see
not
lobster?
Not really like that. People don't just.
Do you see big lobster, or fat lobster, or slim lobster?
Is prawn.
Oh my God!
Sorry, Naomi is prawn. You are shrimp. And your eyes like shrimp popping out like that.
Oh my
Looking
goodness!
For baby that you want to be doing that. So what if they don't see themselves in that light? What if they see themselves as friends and parents? Which is what I think every couple out there needs to be an Ubi Lilian. Every couple. It's not working. Okay? You guys have separated. Endeavor to, listen, if you go out and you meet your ex with another guy or another girl, go there and greet them.
No. Why is it not working?
Eh?
Why is it not working?
Why is what not working?
Why is
it's like you have just decided to be Olodo from head to toe.
Naomi wants them to be together.
People at times are not good for each other.
They're not good for each other. It's not working.
But they are good to be friends.
Listen, Ubi is very mature.
Okay.
Lilian is very mature. If they saw those signs in each other, let me tell you.
And they dated till they got married.
No.
And
Hold
had
on. Let me tell you the
decided
thing.
it
Yeah,
wasn't working.
when two people who are in love break up and they start as friends, it's hard to rekindle that love. It's hard.
It was really quick, though. It was really quick.
No, they've been in court for 3 years.
3 years.
They've gone through the process. Yeah.
I don't know, but I just don't feel like there's any love in between. I don't know.
Yes, if there's no love,
like
it's
initially, like maybe
no. You see, listen, you could be in love and then you're just not getting along. You guys are stressing each other. So it's best you go your separate ways before you start hating each other. Now, there's going to be that 6 month, 1 year period where you guys are still going to be angry with each other. But after a while, you realize that, look, I need advice. Do you understand? The way Ubi is now with Lilian, I'm sure Lilian can call Ubi if she's broke. Ubi can call Lilian if he's broke.
Yeah.
So I beg Lilian, you get 20k. I beg. I just need, and he will not feel bad about it.
Nigga, you're an ex. Be going.
No, listen, ex be going not when they have a child. You see, when there's a child involved, you will always have to. There are decisions you're going to have to make. You're still going to fight over that child. Because the child is going to come home and say she wants to sew, for instance. And one of you wants a doctor. Do you understand? So you guys are going to have to argue over that. But if there's mutual respect, if you do not respect your ex enough to respect their space, you can't call your ex at 12 midnight. Listen, for instance, if I were cool with my ex and I know who my ex is dating, I will call the guy and tell him I want to speak to my ex.
Yeah.
If it's after a certain time, I'll say, please, I beg, I want to follow your madam deal with you. I want to follow and talk. Or you feel help me, or you feel tell her to call me. Or make I even tell you waiting. She say Pikin won't go here. Me, I'm not sure. What do you think? Do you understand? That way you get respect. The guy can come to your house and his ex, who happens to be your wife, or her ex, who happens to be your husband, is not around, and you guys can sit down and drink a beer or have some gist. You understand? So let's be mature about this. Let's learn from Ubi and Lilian. Finally, goodbye guys. We love you all.